We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. Stay tuned for Padres baseball next on the show. Dinelson Lamet, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Wow, he was awfully good in his last one. A complete game victory. We'll see if he'll be as good in this one as he was in his previous start.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
The second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Fouled away.
First pitch, 7-11.
Good power curveball there, and he's in control. 0-2.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
Fouled off. And he takes strike three called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. Standing in, Dansby Swanson. In his career versus this pitcher, he's 1 for 5. First pitch of the at-bat. Swanson takes his swings from the right-handed batter's box, but he's one of those rare hitters that actually thrives facing same-handed pitching. One of the very best in the game, as a matter of fact, in that type of matchup.
Yeah, Matty, he does not leak with that front side. He keeps that shoulder tucked, stays inside the baseball, and it gives him every opportunity to hammer the fastball and stay on that breaking stuff. Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in his zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Pitcher's got options here. He looked a little bit out front. Might be able to rush a fastball by him.
Ready with the 0-2. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Here's Ender Inciarte, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Guys, the Swinging Friars, as they take the field here tonight, they come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
Down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on, Blue, open your eyes.
Swanson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now a throw over, and the runner back easily. The 1-2. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Braves strand 1. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Max Fried gets the starting assignment for the Braves. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Kind of a strange outing in his last one, Matt. Was able to pitch into the 6th inning, wasn't able to complete the inning. It kind of got away from him in the 6th. It'll be interesting, Matt, to see how he bounces back in this one.
So striding forward now, Jake Cronenworth. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, tough to complain about the start they're off to. 4 wins in their first 5 games.
Yeah, Matty, I think if you would have asked the manager of this team, first 5 games of this road trip, you're going to go 4-1. He would have signed that in blood. So let the guys continue to play the way they've been playing. Everything is going nice right now.
Cronenworth, a 25-year-old. He was selected in the 7th round back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Inciarte comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
Batting second, no left fielder, Tommy Pham.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And up next, it'll be the outfielder, Tommy Pham. First delivery to him on the way. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull a trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
Pham with an even 1-1 count now. Now the pitch. 1-2.
The count is 1-2.
And now he'll reconsider as he looks for a strikeout pitch. The 1-2 pitch. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down. And in steps Manny Machado. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Pitch on the way. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at bat, starting right now.
Wait for the pitch.
2-1.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Pops this one up. Fried has a play. And that's the 3rd out. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. All set for the start of the inning, and next to bat will be the catcher, Tyler Flowers.
The catcher, Tyler Flowers.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Batting fifth,
the center fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring up the always dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr. Here's the first pitch to him.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
The windup and the 0-1. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. And he chased it in the dirt. Up with it, Nola. He makes the throw to first. 2 down. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, former San Francisco minor league property Adam Duvall. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely spotted fastball down in the zone.
2 out, nobody on. Oh, had a hanger that time, but missed it. 1-2.
Woo, not a spot you'd expect a curveball. He's lucky he missed because that's the kind of pitch that gets hit out of the ballpark.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Down in order go the Braves. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning now, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Will Myers.
The right fielder, Will.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Behind 0-2 now. Myers, originally from the Tar Heel state of North Carolina. He was selected in the 3rd round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Oh, and he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning. Stepping up to the plate, Eric Hosmer, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
Like that pitch there, lefty on lefty matchup, curveball away to a lefty, smart pitch.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well, and I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball, he's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone, and if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Windup and the 0-2 pitch. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
1-2.
And it's fouled away. Bottom of the second here with no score. Count still at 1-2. Here's the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Again, a 1-2.
Count 2-2.
These last two guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
And now this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Duvall is there, 2 down.
Batting six, the catcher.
Striding in, Austin Nola will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Now here's the pitch.
Well located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. But in this situation, he was able to hold back. That's a nice take.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and that'll give way to the 3rd baseman, Austin Riley.
Austin Riley.
First pitch on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Down the left field line and deep, and that's going to land foul. Here's another 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
Into the box now, Max Fried. And he popped him up, but this will land untouched. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And this is lined softly here to the left side, but foul. 3rd inning, no score to this point. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the exciting Ozzie Albies. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
No, that's down.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Myers going back on the warning track. He makes the catch. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Jurickson Profar digs in next. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Out in front of it, strike one. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Into the box, Greg Allen. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And it's quickly 0-2. Breaking ball swung on and grounded to second. Albies picks it up on to first, and there were 2 down.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit on the ground to short. Swanson picks it up. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Off of one leg, in the hole, falling away. That is pure magic. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson, the first to bat here in the inning.
Strike him out.
And the pitch. First pitch curveball swung on and missed. Strike one. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Swanson hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page.
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself into scoring position to start off the inning.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as he'll take a look at ball one. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
The 1-0 delivery. Softly hit here to the left side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Line drive to left. And that is going to be a base hit that chases home our first run as the Braves take a 1-0 lead.
Now batting, catcher, Tyler Flowers.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Again, another foul ball.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
The 0-2 home.
Nope, outside.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Braves catcher.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Freeman is on his way home. He comes across to score, and they now lead by 2. Tag is there, and he's out trying to score from first as the second run.
Up next for Atlanta, the right fielder, Adam Duvall.
So now to the plate, Adam Duvall. He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Comes set and the 0-1. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. No errors and a runner left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Braves lead this one 2-0. Ready for another chance? Jake Cronenworth back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Here's the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the Friars are into the hit column.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
At the plate, Tommy Pham, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. A runner at first with no outs here. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
First things first, here's a throw over. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Here's Manny Machado now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. From the stretch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Man, as a pitcher, you have to love pitching 0-2. Multiple ways, up, down, in and out, throw the breaking ball. A lot of different ways to get guys out.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner will get back standing. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
So here's Will Myers. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. First time up, he went down looking. Throw over to the bag, just keeping him close. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Here's a breaking ball that falls in there for a strike to even things at 1-1. A 1-2 count to Will Myers.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Just trying to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now. 3-2.
Well, this has been a good at bat. He's now worked the count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at bat going. A runner on first with 2 away. And he rolls over this one foul. We'll do it once more. 3-2. Another full count pitch home. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First pitch coming. Here it is. Eric Hosmer stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Now the 1-0.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Padres leave a pair. They're down 2-0. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and set to go as the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Austin Riley.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2.
2-2 the count.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
Standing in now, Max Fried. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Second base.
Into the box now, Ozzie Albies. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're up 2-0. And back at Petco Park in San Diego as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And he told me he feels like they're being too patient at the plate right now. He said the problem is they're allowing themselves to fall behind in the count way too often, which is forcing them to constantly be in protect mode and swing at bad pitches. A lot of their outs have come from at-bats where they've fallen behind, so the focus going forward needs to be about being the aggressor early in the at-bats.
Thank you, Heidi. First pitch of the at-bat. Austin Nola will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Here's Jurickson Profar. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. 1 out, nobody on. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Greg Allen.
At the plate now, Greg Allen. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Fouled away. fouled off. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Dansby Swanson lining up to hit. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Dansby Swanson.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Hey! 0-1.
Behind 0-2 now. High in the air out to center field. Allen is right there, 1 down.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
So the leadoff man's gone, and that'll bring in the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Now here it comes.
Yeah!
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Right side and right into the shift. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I'm not sure if this happened or not, but sometimes when you're playing behind a pitcher who's doing all of the work himself, you get caught up a little bit in kind of a trance and you get lulled to sleep out there. Looked like to me he was caught a little off guard when the play came his way.
Runner at first following the error, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Ender Inciarte. From the stretch, here's the pitch. 0-1 the count. From the stretch. Runners on first with 1 down. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Left fielder coming in, but this will land untouched. Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. The next 0-2. In the dirt here. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. This is in the air out to left field. Pham will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, the catcher, Tyler Flowers.
Into the box now, Tyler Flowers. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here comes the first pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Left fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for Atlanta, but they're on top 2-0. Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to come off the bench.
Pinch hitting for the Padres, number 23, Fernando Tatis Jr.
A shot down the first baseline. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Jake Cronenworth.
Stepping in, Jake Cronenworth. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound the zone with all different options.
Hit on the ground to third. Reined in. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, left fielder, Tommy.
Digging in, Tommy Pham. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here comes the first pitch.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
High chopper to third. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Padres down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Luis Perdomo will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Luis Perdomo.
Acuna digs in now. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
The center fielder, number
And the
13,
pitch.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
The windup and the 0-1. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike. Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Stepping in now, Austin Riley. Here's another one that's drilled. This one to left. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, the pitcher, Matt Freed.
So here now's the pitcher. Marcell Ozuna will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 20, Marcell Ozuna.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. A 1 pitch on its way. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul for strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. Machado has it. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Braves able to tack on another courtesy of the solo shot. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's now 3-0 Atlanta. A.J. Minter gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Number 33, A.J. Minter.
Leading off the inning, Manny Machado, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Duvall has to come in a few steps, but he has it for route number one.
The right fielder, number 4, Will.
Here's Will Myers. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit in the air out to right. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he is in at second base with a one-out double. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough. He goes up high for it with the good leap, but he just can't bring it in, and that allows him to cruise into second with a good piece of hitting.
First pitch of the at-bat. Eric Hosmer comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
Oh, 1, here's the pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Spin and a throw back to second, and a dive, but he's back in there. Here's the 0-2. One out and a runner on second base. Hit back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And not in time as the run scores.
Now batting, the catcher, Austin Nola.
To the plate now, Austin Nola, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. No hits to this point. And that finds the target. 0-2 now. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 once more is swung on and missed. He got him.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Into the box now, Jurickson Profar, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count. 0-2.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Padres able to pick up 1 on a couple of hits. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Braves lead it 3-1. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the power-hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Now the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Pham is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
1 away for the Braves here in inning number 8, and that brings up the former number 1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Center fielder on the run. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
The first baseman, number 5.
Digging in to try it again. Freddie Freeman. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch on its way. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Allen is there, and it's a 3-pitch inning as the side is retired. Down in. Stepping in, Greg Allen. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Fastball called strike. 1-2.
Someone on this offense needs to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and start the line moving again.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Trent Grisham will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. No balls and 1 strike. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. 0-1, here it comes.
Ball, that's inside.
Hit down the line at first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And there's out number 2.
Good pitch right there to run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jake Cronenworth. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. One and 1 to San Diego's leadoff batter.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Grounded up the first baseline. That's lifted the other way out to left. Inciarte's there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Score holds. It's 3-1. Emilio Pagan enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Ender Inciarte will be the next to bat. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Leading off for Atlanta, the left fielder, number 11, Ender.
Here's the first pitch to him. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up, throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, the catcher.
Standing in, Tyler Flowers. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. A pause, and the 0-2. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now.
Number 13, Ronald Acuna.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Looking at his career totals, Acuna begins play with a slugging percentage north of .525. Certainly a line he can take pride in. And it's fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
Popped him up. Hosmer is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Into the box, Tommy Pham. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike two.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Gotta find a way to grind.
Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the third time.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the fourth time he struck out, and we're only in the second game of this series.
So now to the plate, Manny Machado. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And he fouls this one off. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
Count is 1-2.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Reined in. Throw on to first, and the Padres are down to their final out now.
The right fielder, number 4, Will Myers.
So digging in. Darren O'Day takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save.
56, Darren O'Day.
From the stretch. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. A ball and a strike.
The count's 1-1.
Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Fouled away. San Diego down to their final strike. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. Atlanta took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Max Fried gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, permitting only 1 hit in 6 complete innings. Dinelson Lamet pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Padres, 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 35 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.